There are thousands of projects under the Build, Build, Build program. 75 were initially listed as flagship projects, meaning they're supposed to be game changers. But now that list has been revised, some big projects have been dropped, but it will now include 100 projects that will cost more than 4 trillion pesos.
There were some projects in that list that after the feasibility studies, they were found out to be not yet feasible now.
That's not the only reason. Vince Dizon is the president's advisor for flagship projects and programs. He says some projects had to be let go as well because they didn't meet the required rate of economic return. Another reason, officials picked the wrong projects to prioritize. This could be the reason why only 2 of the initial list of 75 projects were completed as of April 30.
It happened because out of the first 75 that were initially approved by NEDA, that was the result. It's the result. Nobody is disputing that result.
So did you choose the wrong projects to highlight? Because that wasn't
in
part
the initial 75. Yes, yeah.
Hence, the new list. Projects which were deemed infeasible were dropped, unsolicited projects from the private sector were included, new public-private partnership projects were given a thumbs up, and existing projects which were not initially considered flagship are now categorized as such. Senator Franklin Drilon has called the Build, Build, Build program a dismal failure primarily because of its slow pace. Economic officials dispute this, saying the Duterte administration approved more infrastructure projects than any of its predecessors. Midway through its term, the current administration has already spent more than double what the previous administration spent in 6 years. It also touts that it has completed several major projects. Officials stress this is necessary to catch up. As the Transport Secretary once said, the Philippines is about 20 years behind in terms of infrastructure. Dizon also stresses they never promised to finish all projects within the president's term.
The state of infrastructure when the president took over was dismal. Dismal talaga. And ang state ng infrastructure natin hanggang ngayon ay dismal pa rin. Totoo yun. I mean, there's no debate. That's why we all have to come together and work on this.
The new list will be presented to the Senate as part of the ongoing budget deliberations.
Hindi pa rin kami masaya. Bakit? Kasi marami pa rin kulang, marami pa rin kailangang i-build.
Ina Andolong, CNN Philippines.